Very well. We would say that child's advancement with the discipline starts at home.
Oh, I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. Yeah,
Very
because
nice.
as a
Mhm.
child, what thing is if you give me the child for the first 7 years, then I'll give you the man. Definitely, those first 7 years is, or the person. I shouldn't say just man. I'll give you the person because the children are building their idea of how the world works, right? Their
Mhm.
paradigm of how
Mhm.
the world works, and their paradigm is going to stick with them no matter what beliefs they have or they discard. The how the world works is very much ingrained in those first 7 years. So I agree with PCG that if you develop your children to have self-discipline and be self-aware, but also to enjoy life, then and that life is good, they're going to go through life with that understanding. And I think that lends us back to trauma, right? I mean,
Mhm.
if you're
Mhm.
a child and you experience trauma when you're super young, the world becomes hostile and people are out to get you, and because that's what
Mhm.
your idea
You
of
don't
the
feel
world is
safe.
at that point. Yeah,
Mhm.
would you agree, Rashella?
Yes, you don't feel safe.
Yeah.
And I agree with what PCG is saying. It does start at home. Unfortunately, though, it's not that many of our parents or all our parents they don't love their children.
Mhm.
Many of them just don't know what to do. They've never heard of autism, let alone accept it, or they never heard of emotional disturbance, let alone accept it. Now I've been told my child has an emotional disturbance or has autism. What do I do with that? And that's why I want this business is so important, and the weekly coaching calls are so important. I think if we can support our parents who don't know what to do or what structures, if I can help make their lives better and a little easier for them and their children, then so be it. Let's do it. So that's why the coaching is so important. I don't want to meet with an individual, a child, an adolescent, or a parent even one time a month and expect them to take what we learned in session for an hour to be able to implement that and not see them for another month. Oh, how's it going? How did it work for you? I want to be able to provide the weekly ongoing coaching to support them and help them along.
Right. The
Right.
consistency of the information and the
Yes.
support, the
Yeah.
consistency is what's important.
Mhm.
And then, as Tony Robbins would say, it is the not exposure. What am I thinking? It's the immersion into the information, right?
Mhm.
That's what makes the change. Immersion makes the change. If you just visit it once in a while, you're not going to experience any change.
You have to immerse yourself into it. Wow, that was good. Thank you guys for that input as well. PCG team, thank you so much for your comments. And the follow up comment for PCG is thank you, David, for the tip on the food diet. We do believe that food consumption has huge effect on one's mood and well being.
It
Mhm.
does. Yep.
Very good. Thank you, PCG team. Great additions. I really appreciate your time and participation.